shit, I don't know, like definitely like grade school, you know, like third grade, something like that, you know, third grade, fourth grade, second grade, somewhere around there. You know, I have older brothers who introduced me to hip hop. You know, I like music. I remember liking music when I was a child anyway, just everything, you know, a lot of stuff. But all the brothers kind of, you know, put me on, and that was it. And I just was into it from day one. You know, I used to memorize verses, and I used to switch parts around, you know what I'm saying? Like trying to bag the little girls at school, you know? I've been on it. Even like to the time I'm telling you, like the first, you know, to the time I'm telling you, like in grade school when I'm just messing around, you know, and my homies just having a good laugh and girls is having a good laugh. Like that is, I think it starts there. You know what I mean? Like it starts there, and the rest of it, I think, you know, it definitely, you know, it's always been homies as I grew up and shit. It was like, you know, not a whole bunch, but there's always like, you know, a good one or two, three throughout the years who was like, yo, you know, you got to do it. But I've been good for that myself too. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been good to give myself that push. There's so many people who have, you know, played very pivotal roles, I guess, in, you know, my growth as an artist. But in terms of like just any one person, like, yo, this, like, I figured out how to write a 16 on my own. You know what I'm saying? Like, no one taught me how to write a 16. No one said, hey, this is how you write a hook. This is how you do a chorus. You know what I mean? So I'm kind of just very fortunate, you know, because it's like too many people to even sit here and name, you know? Like, I had people who was down to record me when I was, you know what I'm saying, a freshman in high school. Even before that, you know, people who was down to record me when I was a little older, when I was going to college, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's always been so many people who've been willing to, like, take the time, you know? But I was also very fortunate to not really ever have to, you know, I didn't come to start investing in my art until, you know, a lot later in life, you know? So I was always very fortunate to always have, like, some type of enclave where I could be with the homies and, you know, just get it cracking and, you know, pick up game, you know? I mean, look, man, like, I love rapping. I love rapping. I don't know if I'm gonna be rapping in 5 years. You know what I'm saying? Like that, like on some, like, yeah, I got an album for you every year, 2 albums for you every year. Like, I don't know if I'm gonna be doing that in 5 years. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I know, like, this is very well a phase for me professionally. You know, what I will do after, who knows? You know, I have other goals and aspirations. You know, I'm an artistic guy. I like to design and create, but I couldn't say. You know, I may very well, who knows, I might be a weatherman in Argentina one day. You know what I'm saying? With a nice condo on the beach, surfing or some shit. I don't know, but, you know, I'm definitely very fortunate to have been able to, you know, come in and pick up game from a lot of dope people and, you know, have opportunities to be heard thanks to guys like Static, Muggs, Big Ghost, Skiz, you know what I'm saying? And even more fortunate, you know, because I have Buck Dudley from Jump, you know what I'm saying? To craft, like, the foundation of my shit. Cats don't have that, like, yo. And, you know, like, you might only hear Buck Dudley with Crimeapple, but, yo, bro, like, Buck Dudley is crazy. I was already blessed to come into the game with one of the illest. So, I'm a lucky guy, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, you know, I believe in, like, the power of, you know, of manifesting. You manifest. I manifested this, you know? So as lucky as I feel, I'm also like, yeah, because I did that. Because I knew I was going to do that. You know what I mean? I knew the homies was, I knew Buck was ill as fuck. So, you know, it's dope, man. You know, it's, I don't know. I don't want to sound like such a positive and happy guy, but, like, you know, like, that's kind of how I'm living throughout this. Yo, hey, man, and listen, at a time like this, yo, it's very important to say, because the way, you know, you're receiving information, like, what's everything that's happening, the way everyone's being informed about it, the way they're taking in the information, you know, that's heavy. That's heavy, and that could, you know, very easily make people, you know, avoid that type of thought, not be able to even channel that kind of energy, because everything else is so overwhelming that of course you're just in a state of like, you know, panic. Very important right now, you know, for people to, you know, hopefully, you know, have some positive thinking in their life routine. I'm Manteca, so Manteca is, you know, when you hear the music, that's the Manteca music, you know what I'm saying? It's an independent release, you know, it's just really me doing what I can do, you know, and the vinyl without and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? So it's ill, you know what I'm saying? To me, it's just like, it's cool to see because of when it came out that, you know, I treated that, almost felt like, you know, like, felt like I was doing a mixtape, because I have done a couple albums now where I'm with a producer and I'm in a studio and it's a movie, we make it a movie, you know? And now I'm doing this album where I'm like off tour, in the crib, for the first time, you know, mixing and matching beats from different producers to kind of make the cohesion myself without relying on the producer so much. So I appreciate everybody who fucks with that album, you know what I'm saying, who's fucking with that album, man, because it's like, that's dope. It's just very reassuring to be in the crib on some, almost back, like, you know, in the hobby element of it, just like, yeah, I'm just cooking something up, you know, I'm gonna draw the cover real quick, like, and people fuck with it. Love that. Yeah, I sat in the studio for, you know, however many days, just like fucking around with it on my phone. I did it on my phone, you know? So I had this like image and I would just zoom in and zoom out and just, I was just smoking mad weed, fucking around, listening to beats. And then I didn't know I was doing a cover. I was just, you know, then like halfway through, you know, after like 4 days of putting in like time into the shit, I was like, all right, you know, maybe I'll make an album cover. You know what I mean? So yeah, I mean, I drew the logo. Yeah, for sure. I do the merch, you know what I'm saying? If it's something like that I can't, you know, draw myself or design myself, you know, I'll provide like, you know, the thoughts. But yeah, I'm designing all this shit, you know what I'm saying? Probably the way, you know, like me doing things like that is probably definitely spawned in not wanting to wait on other people, for sure.